Good morning. Happy Tuesday. The last Tuesday in July. That's crazy. It's crazy. It's almost August. I mean, these last couple months have been like I don't know, a dream. Let me know you're with me. If you are a silver sneaker, and I'll say this more than once, because Pilates certainly is not a class that seniors couldn't take. We have some very active seniors. We do go down on the floor, so if you don't like to go on the floor, then Pilates probably wouldn't be a choice for you, but yoga stretch would be, and that's tomorrow at 9 a.m. So if you're with me, give me a shout out. And like I said, if you're a silver sneaker, please just comment SS in the comment section. A couple things. Hi, Elena. Well, that's a new name that I don't know. Welcome. Maybe you've done them and you just haven't commented. Now, look, I'm wearing a Zumba shirt. So, no, it's not Zumba, right? I don't want to throw you off. This is a Pilates class. But I'm wearing my Zumba shirt, and I'll probably say it more than once during class, because we are bringing you Zumba in August, finally. But we can't do it on the Y Facebook page because of Zumba licensing and copyright rules. So we're going to be doing it through Zoom. Fingers crossed, there's no issues. So, okay, Elena, since right now it's just you and me, are you brand new to Pilates? Have you done Pilates before? Because that'll help me when teaching. But look for the August. We're going to put a video out about our Zumba in August. We'll have Zumba Gold Tuesdays and Zumba on Thursdays. But please remember, you can do either class. If you're a gold person, you can do Thursday. And if you're like to jump around as much as you can do gold, because you know how to bring it up and you know how to keep it low. When we're jumping or doing jumping jacks, you tap out. When we're running, you can march. Really, you can do either. So please remember that. Well, Elena, the reason I asked is, if you are new, I'm going to talk blah, blah, blah. I'm a talker. And when I'm teaching Pilates, I'm going to tell you, if you already know these moves, you just go with them. If you don't, I'm going to explain them. All right. And if you're new to Pilates, you'll be, oh, hello, ab muscles. I didn't know you were there. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and get started. If you haven't done it before, Pilates is generally done in bare feet. You do not have to, of course. Some people do wear shoes, even in the class when I was teaching in a studio. Some people kept their shoes on for whatever reason. That's okay. Have a mat. You're going to want something comfortable. Water. Please have water handy. And you're going to constantly hear me say, pull your abdominal muscles in. Right, even right now, just pull them in. And if you can see, when I pulled mine in, I kind of got up a little taller. So I talk about posture a lot. Pilates, of course, is for the abdominal muscles, not just the abdominal, the obliques, the back, limbs, arms and legs, and stretching. All right? And I have some nice music in the background. I want to make sure you can hear it. And hi, Deb. Good morning. And you can always comment if the music's too loud, if you can't hear me, anything like that. If I see comments come up, I throw my glasses on. So, okay, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to make sure you can see my mat. And we are going to stand up nice and tall, right? Posture. Over time, our posture kind of gets so we're going to work on that today. And that's something, if you just at home, anytime, think about your posture. And if it comes in your head, then just kind of, straighten up a little bit, right? So right now, our heels are together, our toes are out, we are zipped. Like there's a zipper from your ankles all the way up. Squeeze them together, they're super glued together, right? And just stand up a little taller, a little straighter. Pull those abdominal muscles in, but still breathe. Okay? The breathing is made to go with the moves in Pilates. All of our inhales will be through the nose. And all of our exhales will be through the mouth. And I'd like you, keep breathing please. You can close your eyes if you want. While you're doing these breaths, I'd like you to, and I don't because I'm constantly talking and telling you moves, I'd like them to become deeper and longer, right? So not just really fully inhaling, feeling your belly rise, and then letting it all out in that exhale. Let's add some arm movements to that. When you inhale, I want you to bring your arms up overhead. And when you exhale, down at the sides. One more in the center. Really stretching those arms. And now we're going to go side to side. It doesn't matter which side you start with. Bring your arm up and across. Really reaching. That's your exhale. When you inhale, release that arm. Abs are still tight. Center is still strong. Other side. That's your exhale. You hold it till your exhale's done. When you inhale, you come back. Nice. Keep going. One more reminder on this one is I want you to make sure you can see your arm out of the corner of your eyes. Okay? So we don't overstretch it. Are you still zipped together? And are your abs still tight? Hold it in the center. Let's inhale and bring those arms up. Reach. Exhale. Fall into the rag doll. So you just let your body hang, not just your arms, right? I need you to make sure, some people just kind of only do the upper body halfway. I want you to let it go. That's your head, your neck. Let it go. Feel that stretch. On your next exhale, slowly start to come up, stacking your vertebrae one at a time. Okay, let's go to our tree pose. I stepped off my mat, balance, this is balance. And it's a little harder if you're on a thick mat, okay? So we're gonna keep one foot solidly on the floor. We're gonna put the ball of the foot, of the other foot next to that leg. We're gonna bring our hands heart center. Focus, look at something on the floor in front of you that is not moving. Don't look at me, don't look at the screen. And then we're gonna take those arms up overhead. And then if you can, you're gonna bring your leg up. It can be below the knee or above the knee, but not on the knee. Once you feel like you're balanced, then I need you to straighten up your spine a little bit more. Hold it and breathe. And release. Balance. Some days I'm balanced and some days I'm not, right? And then we're going to go to the other side. And then people find they're different on each side. I know that I'm better on one side than the other. Put the ball of the foot next to that leg. Again, focus on something on the ground. Hands heart center. Bring it up. And remember, you can stay right here with the foot or bring it up below the knee or above. I usually can't do above on this side, but I'm going to try. And then remember, straighten up a little bit more and breathe. If your foot is still on the floor, that is okay. See, I have to lower mine. And release. It's really bizarre. I can't do that once. The one side, I really can't bring my leg higher. I don't know why. Okay. Now we're going to take our feet a little bit wider. Well, quite wide. I'd like you to try to keep your feet forward. And if that's difficult, then you can just have them however you're comfortable. Bring your arms out to the sides. Now, our legs are going to stay fairly straight, but not locked, but I don't want them bending. They're not, the legs will not change in this move. Your arms are straight out. We're going to inhale and then exhale as you keep the arms exactly as they are. And then exhale as you bring your right arm over to the left foot and then back up on your inhale. Exhale, other side. So when we bend forward, you still have a straight spine. Right? We're not curving our back. Nice. Come on, pull those abs in. So the legs don't change. Big, strong spine. Obliques. That nice control twist. One more each direction. And center. Bring the arms down. Bring the feet back in. Heels together, toes out. And we're going to bring our arms up overhead again. And I want you to reach, and I want you to pretend that you just grabbed a rope, right? So you have that rope and climb that rope, right? So you're feeling that stretch all the way up the side as you are climbing that rope. I remember we climbed a rope for gym class. Gosh, we lived in Harrisburg, so I had to be 4th grade. Probably 4th grade, and I could climb all the way to the top. I was the only girl in the class who could do that. That would not be happening now, but we can climb our imaginary rope. I remember me and then a boy named Steve would always race going up. Isn't that bizarre? I can't remember my name, but I can remember that a boy Steve in 4th grade climbed ropes with me. One more. And release. Whew, shake out those arms a little bit. We're going to go down for our first plank. Remember, please grab water whenever you want. All right, don't wait for me to tell you to grab water. I need you to do that frequently. We do several planks. If you're one of my regulars, you know the amount, how many we do. But remember that a plank can be on the, not your knee calves, but the front of your legs right here, right? The thing with the plank, they can be in your forms, is this is what you're working on, and you're pulling it in. That is what is solid and feeling those muscles. The rest of it is your choice. So a nice flat back. And if you're new, you're not going to probably be able to do this whole plank. That's okay. All right, I'm going to get you up in the plank, and then I'm going to show you what to do if you can't hold it. Everybody, come up in your plank. So remember, in not knowing if I have any new people, this is a plank. Of course your elbows are not locked out. Some people prefer their planks on their forearms. Perfectly fine. You may also bring the knees down like this. And of course, you can be up like this. But this is not what you're doing, right? You keep it. And this is our child's pose. Hold your plank, please. Anytime you do this stretch. So if we're holding a plank and you had enough, we're 30 seconds in and you've never done a plank and that's good for you, then you go back and do that stretch. Please breathe. The Pilates breathing. There's a lot of things you can add to planks. And if you're an advanced Pilates person, you know you can do that. All right, everybody, knees down and round it out and stretch it back. Full deep breaths. Slowly roll it up. And please remember that on Thursdays at 9 a.m., if you would like to, I'm going to move the camera a little bit. If you would like to join me live for Pilates at the Eastside Y, let me see if we have more. Live at the Eastside Y, you can sign up for that online. You can call the Eastside Y 899-9622. You can also private message me on Facebook or in the comment section and ask me to sign you up. I can also sign you up. Okay? It's nice. We're outside as long as it's not too hot. So we're going to sit up nice and tall. And again, not knowing if you're new, you're going to hear me a lot say sitting against a board or against two panes of glass. What that means is if we lean back, this doesn't change. The shoulders to the hips are a lot, so we don't do this, right? We keep that. Feel the difference in your abdominal muscles if you're doing this or this, okay? So set up nice and tall. Just want you to breathe and feel those muscles. And then I am gonna time this. We're gonna lean back. And you decide how far. You probably already feel your abdominal muscles working. You should already feel your abdominal muscles working. Bring one knee up. Bring the other knee up, hold tabletop. But you still feel this because you still, now look at my body, it's like a V, right? We call this the V seat. So now what I want you to do, grab behind your legs and straighten up. Now, if you are new, you're probably not going to be able to straighten up. You might be right here. Or maybe the legs are straight, but your arms are down here. Whatever works for you. Hopefully over time, in doing Pilates on a regular basis, you will get to this point. I have people who do this. They'll grab the bottom of their feet and keep their legs straight. So whatever works. Breathe, keep checking your middle. Just be aware of those muscles. Now, can you take the legs apart like a straddle? You might have to readjust the core. And when we say core, that's the abs, the back, and the obliques. Back to the center. Let's bend the legs. Put the feet on the floor. Come up nice and tall. Round it out. Drop your head and stretch. And again, you can stretch whenever you want. You do not have to wait for me to tell you to stretch. Let's sit back up nice and tall. Let's come back on our forearms. When we come back in our forearms, again though, we pay attention. We don't do this. All right? We lift that chest, and I'm kind of squeezing my shoulder blades together, but I also want your shoulders down. And what I mean by that is like you were sitting, I want you to press them down. So try to press them down when you're back in this position. Bring your knees in one at a time. Flex your feet. Turn the toes out, but try to keep the knees together and push out and in. Just like you were on a leg press machine and you're pressing out and you're bringing in. Press in. Press. Good. Please watch your upper body and your abs. Nice, nice, nice. A couple more. And hold it in. Help yourself up to sitting, where you're going to sit up nice and tall. Straighten those legs out in front. And again, let's think about sitting up against your 2 panes of glass. Flex your feet, arms in front, palms down. Inhale. Exhale as you stretch forward as far as you can. And when you inhale, stack those vertebrae back up nice and tall. And keep going on your own breaths. But even as you're stretching forward here, you're not rounding out, right? You're keeping that tall spine. And the move is on the breaths. Back up nice and tall, and bring those arms down at the sides. Now we are going to just try to do a time check. We're going to kind of curve the back, slowly bring it down, one vertebrae at a time. That's tough to do. Slow and controlled. All the way down. Okay. Now, before we start our moves, when we're on our back, the first thing I want you to do, let's bend the legs. We did this a couple weeks ago. So bend the legs and really get your back into the mat. Now take your hands and put them like right under the hip bones a little bit, okay? So just get the fingers mushed in there. And now what I want you to do is get them in there. I know people say, well, there's all kinds of stuff there. Work through it. Get down in the muscles. And now I want you to do this. Just go, ha! And feel what happens underneath your fingers. Ha! You feel that tightening? That's what you're doing the whole class. Ha! Woo! That's how we want it to be all the time. Even when you're talking, feel what happens when you... Well, I'm the only one talking, probably. That's unusual. Just so you know what's going on there. Now, your legs can stay bent on the ground or straighten out. I'm going to start like this. We're going to raise our arms overhead, and I really want you to kind of get that back into the mat. So maybe tuck that pelvis up a little bit. Inhale. Exhale. Lift your right arm and left leg straight up to the ceiling with a pointed toe. Inhale, back down. Exhale, other side. Really reach and inhale down. Please continue on your own breaths. So if you want to do this, if you're a little more advanced and want to straighten out the legs, just watch your back, right? Just the act of pressing your back is going to work your abdominal muscles. Woo-hoo! I feel those muscles working. Remember, we have all kinds of classes on our Y page. We really have a great variety. One more. And now, let's straighten those legs out if they're not already straightened out. Arms overhead. Please start your ab prep. Okay, so if you don't know the ab prep, you inhale, then you exhale. You just bring the arms up, the shoulders, the neck, the head. That's your exhale. When you inhale, come back down. Slow and controlled on the breaths. Nice, please keep going. Legs stay straightened out, legs stay in the floor. Though of course, it can be done with your legs bent and hip width apart. This is absolutely fine. Whatever works for you. I think that's another nice thing about being at home. Sometimes in classes, I'll see people forcing themselves to do a move or to do a more advanced version because I think they feel intimidated in class, looking around and seeing other people doing it. Give me one more. You're at home. You don't have to worry about anybody watching you, right? Okay. So now we're gonna go right to the 100. Again, your feet can stay on the floor like this. If you're new, I suggest that. The next level would be tabletop legs, keeping your 90-degree angle. The next level is straight up, heels together, toes out, really zipped legs. And the next level, angle down. Let's bring our head up, holding that tennis ball between your chin and your chest. Arms at the side, palms down, pump those arms. While you're doing this, you're just doing full inhales and exhales. I'll do the counting, but it is called the 100, so you can figure that out. Let's keep checking that back. I always like to remind you, if you're struggling with your neck, anytime during this, it's okay to lay it back. But if you lay it back, I need you to watch your back, right? Don't let it start arching up. If you're going to take Pilates on a regular basis, it might be a smart idea to invest in a yoga block if you tend to have trouble with your neck. They're very inexpensive. Come on, we're almost there. Hang on, hang on. All right, lay all the way back. Grab your legs from behind. Pull them into your chest. We're going to go right to a lower body move, lower abdominals. Arms next to your side, relax your shoulders, press those legs straight up. All right, this is going to look like, gosh, you're really not doing anything. But your legs are zipped together. Try not to let the knees separate. Press them together. Heels together, toes out, Pilates stance, and you're going to press just a continuous pushing up towards the ceiling, which immediately tightens the lowest portion of the abs. Keep breathing. Keep your upper body relaxed. Don't push into the mat. This is sometimes what I see in classes when I use the term push up. I see people doing this. I don't want you to do that. I just want you, almost like there's a magnet on the bottom of your feet and there's a magnet on the ceiling, so your feet are being drawn up towards the ceiling. But breathe, don't hold your breath. Woo! Right? Feel that? Come on, feel what's going on there. Come on, breathe through it. If you need to bring the knees in for a couple breaths, that's fine. You know you can do that at any time. on, come on. Push those feet up. Oh, I'm feeling it. I am feeling it. Woo! It's okay if you had to bring the legs down already. How you doing? And bring the knees in. Woo, grab from behind. Little breather. Keep the knees in. Bring your head up. Again, let's think about holding that tennis ball. Straighten one leg. Inhale. Exhale, switch. Nice. Again, though, if your head and neck are hurting, lay them back. I'd like you to keep going, but move right into the scissors so the legs are straight as you pull back. These two moves I do every week. It's a basic abdominal series of Pilates. One more. Now bring the knees in, feet on the floor, about hip width apart, hands behind your head, not interlocked, right to obliques. Okay, that's a lot of abdominal moves right in a row. You're gonna hear my spiel on the obliques. When you are getting tired, we tend to maybe not pay as much attention to our form. What I want you to do is keep your elbow, keep going, opened. So when we come over to the side, your elbow is back, right? Pretend there's a string from your shoulder to the opposite knee. Okay, so every time you come up for an oblique move, shoulder up and over. What a difference you'll feel in those obliques, right? Hips stay down. There's a big cement block on the top of your hips, so you're really getting that cross move. Woo! One more. And lay all the way back and grab your legs. So again, if you are new to Pilates, just a reminder. This is, and I've said it 100 times, people, we work this. This is what we've done for years. Crunch, crunch, crunch. This is what we're working. No sense in having this strong if this is weak or these are weak. That's why in Pilates, we do the whole circle. All right, we're gonna come on to our side, but again, it's about the limbs too. So you can come up on your forearm if you want, but you do not do this. You do this. So I'm working this the whole time. I'm not putting pressure on my shoulder and my elbow. But your option is to come all the way down. That's perfectly fine. Okay? We're gonna start. Oh, I have enough room. My table. Okay? So we're gonna, I bend my bottom leg. We're gonna straighten out the top leg and just come forward and back. So while we're doing that, we're pulling the muscles in, the ab muscles, and pulling this up and over if you're up on your forearm. Nice straight leg. One more. We're keeping those hips stacked, but using your full range of motion. Now straighten out both legs. You can be one long line or hinge. I hinge a lot on this one. And we're going to draw our toe up our leg. Straighten it up. Flex the foot. Press press it down, right? We're still up and away here. Or laying all the way down, whatever works. If you're doing this right, you are still using your abdominal muscles. But remember, we talked about flexibility, range of motion for the legs and the arms, stretching all of our limbs. Sorry I yap so much, but if someone's new, woo! One more. Now I want you to bring that top leg in front. Hold it in front. Nice flexed foot. Lift up and in, or you're all the way down. Tap your toe to the ground if you can, and bring it up. One more. And bring it over, down, and then come up onto your side. Reach across. And release, and of course we're going to go to the other side. And we do the same thing. And again, you have your choice of coming all the way up. Bottom leg bent for support, hand in front for support, swing forward and back. And again, if you joined us late and are asking yourself, why is Shelly wearing a Zumba shirt during a Pilates class? I'm advertising that we are going to be bringing Zumba to the Y, through the Y on Zoom. Because of, and most people know this now because we've been telling you, all of us, but because of Zumba licensing and copyright laws, one more, and now let's straighten out. I like to angle on this. Please check this area, up and in, drag the toe, straighten, flex, and press, and keep going. We cannot do Zumba on our Y Facebook page, okay? So that's why we have not added that yet. A lot of us have been doing Zoom on our own for our Zumba people, dancing people. So we're going to Zoom it live, because that's the way we have to do it, starting in August. PM me for any questions, but look for the video, the advertising it, and then we'll give the members the number to get on. Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10:30, starting in August, and that's next week. I can't believe it. And keep it all the way down. Now bring that leg in front, check your upper body, foot is flexed, toes down, and up, down, woo! Nice, and bring it back. Help yourself up, reach across. And release. We're going to go to the other side again. And we're going to be up in our forearms. This one's tough. Okay? So it's like a side plank on the forearm. But again, keeping that knee down is fine. If not, you're going to come all the way up. Hand behind your head. And then you're just going to twist and tap that elbow to the floor if you can reach. If you can't reach, that's okay. Come on, breathe. How you doing? 3 more. one more. Woo, that's a tough one. Nice. Come all the way down, and just carefully you roll to the other side. I'm going to turn so that you can see me. I was going to say so I can see you. I can't see you. All right, let's come back up. Remember, having your knee down is fine. If not, all the way up, hand behind your head. Just come forward. Love this one. Woo! One more. Woo! Onto your backs. Bring your legs in and stretch. I'm just doing a time check. After you're done stretching, you're going to go right to your full roll-up. So we're going to straighten out our legs. Stretch your arms overhead. Inhale, legs are zipped together. When you exhale, you slowly start to come up. And then if you can, you come all the way up. Stretch it forward as far as you can. And then slowly, with control, come all the way back down. If you cannot come all the way up, please just do more ab preps. We're trying to do this without lifting the legs. It's hard. It really is hard. Now, if you need to cheat a little bit to come up, please keep going. This is what I tell people to do. Just bend the legs. You can keep the feet on the floor or have them up and kind of grab behind the legs. Help yourself up a little bit, then straighten the legs out and continue to move. What I don't want you to do is twist onto one arm and come up. Because then you're kind of, that twisting move is never a good idea unless it's controlled with the move. We are going to stay up on the next one. And you're going to round it out. You're going to drop your head and breathe. Always finish your move though. Please don't stop what you're doing because I've called another move. Okay. We're going to come onto our hands and knees. I'm going to grab some water. Remember, that's a good idea. Stay hydrated. So when we're on our hands and knees, of course, a nice flat back. So we're not doing this, right? We're up and in. So you should feel your abdominal muscles working. And just like we did earlier, opposite arm and leg, that's what we're going to do. Your neck is part of your spine. So keep that in alignment. Inhale, exhale, straighten your right arm and your left leg. When you inhale, bring the hand and knee back down. And when you exhale, of course, other side. Good. You're going to stay in the center. Don't lean to one side. Keep the arm and leg even with your body. In other words, don't lift them higher. Sometimes I see people do this. No. Gosh, I put a lot of pressure on my low back. Good. Please keep going. One more. And then let's stretch it back and round it out before we go to a plank. Okay? So we're going to do a plank, another plank. With this plank, we're going to go down on the mat on our bellies after it. But that being said, some people need to come back and get a nice rounded stretch first. And if you want to do that, please do that. Again, if you're advanced, please add whatever you want. I'm going to stick with the traditional plank in case anybody's new. Okay? Are you ready? Bring it up. So just focus on the core position and those muscles. The back should feel good. The abs should feel tight. Come on, breathe through it. You can do this. We are halfway. Woohoo! Almost there, I promise. 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then we're going to drop those knees, come all the way down onto your belly, or do your child's pose. And then I want you to rest your head down. Put your head, once you're in this position, put your head on your hands, like you were laying down to go to sleep. So everything is relaxed for a couple seconds, okay? Good. Keep breathing. This is the part where we start working. Earlier I said the abs, the back, the obliques. We're going to be working our back. You can still pull those muscles, abdominal muscles up and in, but now we're to the back portion. So your head will stay down and relaxed, and everybody lift your legs up, okay? They can be bent, they can be straight. Mine are kind of half and half, but the kneecaps are off the ground, and your head is down. This actually is harder than you would think it would be. It's hard to keep your upper body relaxed during this. And by that, I mean head, neck, shoulders, arms, chest. All of it is relaxed as you just lift and squeeze. And this is where you're working, right here, that back. Give me full deep breaths as you lift and squeeze. We hold it up for a long time. If you need to bring your legs down for a little break, please do that. Almost there, almost there. Bring those legs down. Woo. Let's bring our arms up overhead. Feet are going to stay on the floor. And you're going to inhale, lift your upper body. Exhale, bring those arms down to the side. Thread them through the front and reach. And then lower. And continue with that. So that full move is a full breath, a full inhale and exhale. Nice. Keep going, a couple more. One more. Now we're gonna make a pillow with our hands again, and we're gonna do one leg at a time. We're gonna lift our leg up, not yet, and circle that leg in one direction. While you're doing that, the front of your hips are gonna remain down onto the mat. Don't lift up on the hip. So again, let's keep that upper body relaxed. Lift one leg, try to keep it as straight as you can, and circle in one direction. Reverse. Now hold that leg up, flex it, point. Keep it lifted, flex, point, flex, point, flex, point. One more time. Flex, point, and lower. And of course, other leg, lift it up and circle in one direction. Reverse. And hold it. Point, flex. Point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, point, and bring it all the way down. Nice. Let's bring the hands underneath your shoulders. Elbows are going to face down towards your feet. Keep your arms really close to your body if you can. Inhale. Exhale as you lift your upper body up, off, and you come as high as you're comfortable. But your arms are soft and your shoulders are down, and then slowly come down on your inhale. And you should feel your triceps working on this one. So you come up as you exhale. And down as you inhale. And again, please keep going on your own. Our breathing's different. Nice. Give me one more. Can't really tell what time it is. Oh, my glasses on. One more. And then come all the way down. And I want you to put your hands like a pillow again. Rest your head on your hands. And then I want you to lift your abs up and in, like someone came to slide their hand underneath your belly. But we don't hold our breath, right? And release. Whew, okay. Hands underneath your shoulders again. Elbows facing back. Bend your legs like a push-up. And then come up like a push-up. Boy, push-ups get harder as I go. All right. Round your back up. Staying right here. Or go back in a child's pose. Whichever feels better. We do have another plank. Okay? So in this plank, hold your pose, please. Keep stretching your back. But in this plank, what we're going to do is the beast. Okay? And then from the beast, we move to downward facing dog. So if you're not sure, keep holding your stretch. But if you're not sure what I'm talking about, look up and I'll show you. So your toes will be turned under. And all we do is lift our knees up off the floor. We keep them really, really close to the floor. And we keep the knees under the hips in the beast, right? Then you're going to hear me say downward facing dog, and that's when we just push right up into that downward facing dog. When you do the downward facing dog, if you're a yoga person, you know, your legs are going to be straight and you're pressing your heels towards the floor to get that nice stretch, but your heels aren't going to hit the floor. Then from there, we'll go back to the beast and back and forth a couple times. It's tough, okay? Let's get ready. Turn those toes under. So hands, heel of the hands underneath the shoulder, knees underneath the hips, and let's get to the beast. Breathe, nice straight spine, pulling your abs in. Come on, breathe through it for me. Right up into your downward facing dog, pressing those heels towards the floor and breathe. Bring it back to the beast. Please double check your form. Downward facing dog. Woo, come on, breathe. You got this, you got this. And now for the last time, the beast. Pull your abs in, come on, you can do it. Nice flat back, working the abs. Almost there, I promise. 5, 4, 3, 2, knees down, round it out, stretch your back, and this time really start to relax. Slowly go onto our back. I'm not sure what time it is. I think we're close though. We're going to go onto our back, and you can bend your legs. You can keep your legs straight. I want you to just bring one arm across your chest, pull back on that arm, and rotate that wrist. And release it. Other side. And release. And shake it out a little bit. And what we're going to do is bring your arms out to the sides. And then, this is not the move that we do sometimes. I just want you to take your legs to one side. You can just take your legs to one side with them both bent, or you can kind of straighten the one and bend the other over and across. And let's just get a nice stretch. We did some leg circles, some leg lifts, so we can stretch out the hip, the leg, breathe. Carefully release it, and of course, we're going to go to the other side. Really careful on these movements, stretching all the muscles out. And carefully come back to the center, where you are going to get in whatever position you feel most comfortable in. That may even be up off the mat and onto a chair or a sofa. Or stay right here, just straightening the legs out and just starting to relax. Right? That's what I want you to do right now. No tight abs. We're not squeezing any muscles. We're breathing. And I want you to stay there, and I want you to breathe nice and deep. I wish I could do what I'm going to talk you through. Focus on your breaths. Still completely inhaling through the nose and exhaling out the mouth. Just concentrate on the breaths. Good morning, Linda. I hope your eyes are closed. And I have just given you a stress ball. And we've put the stress ball inside our head, right at the top of our head. And that stress ball is going to start to roll down your body. And as it rolls down your body, it's collecting all the stress that you're holding, physically and mentally. So it's gathering up all that negativity, anything that's been weighing on you. It's gathering up in that stress ball as the stress ball is starting to move right through your face. And you're going to feel all the facial muscles just relaxing. And the neck, through the neck, gathering up the neck stress. And it's down to the shoulders. As it works its way down your torso, it's getting all the stress from your chest and your back and your abs and your back and your arms. And it's moving down your body. And you actually feel the stress taking out your fingertips. And the stress ball is continuing down around the hips, the glutes. And that stress ball breaks in two, and each half goes down the leg. Gathering up all that stress from the big, strong legs. Down around the knees, your lower legs, around the ankles. And that stress ball just goes through the toes and exits your body as you breathe. Have a beautiful day.